one of the biggest questions that people are asking right now. So each person's situation is different. So I'm 100% going to figure out, well, what is your risk tolerance? What are your backup plans? What are your motivations? What is most important to you? So we're going to go through all of that. And then I'm going to pose different scenarios and see how it fits with your situation specifically. So the first scenario would be you buy first, and then, because then you know for sure that you got a house, because it's so hard to buy a house right now. So you buy first, and then you know what you bought, and then you put your house up for sale. You're going to probably get, at this point, you're going to get more than what you thought you were going to get. So that would be a good scenario. Questions people always have are, well, I don't know what I'm going to sell my house for, so how do I know what I can buy a house for? So that's a concern that we want to think about and just discuss to figure out where your tolerance is. The second part that nobody's talking about right now, where a market is very strong, like it was specifically in 2017, the market was so strong. People were selling their houses at record prices. So let's say you were one of those people who bought a house in 2017 and you bought your house for $900,000. Awesome, you're good, no problem. And you knew that you had to sell your house for $700,000 in order to be able to afford the $900,000 purchase that you just bought. So you sold your house, you bought your house in March. It's great, awesome. And then you come at the end of March, at the beginning of April, and say, okay, now it's time to sell mine. And then the market switched literally in a day. I can tell you exactly when it happened, and boom, the market switched. There was a flood of inventory that came up on the market, and now your house that you needed to get $700,000 for is now worth $550,000. And so you came to me and said, okay, we need to sell our house for $700,000 because we just bought one for $900,000. I'm like, okay, so we're going to sell it for $550,000. So what is the plan? And there were many people back then who had issues, they had problems, they needed to figure out extra financing, they needed to go to family members because the market changed so fast. So when we're talking to buyers of should we sell first, should we buy first, that is something we talk about every single day, because our job is to protect our clients. We want to make sure that they are aware of the risks of what could happen, and especially because we've seen it before, it has happened.
Okay, let's say you were going to buy a house first. Which one would you do? Would you sell first or buy first?
For me specifically, if I was moving, now I've moved quite a few times, so I'm going to be one of those picky buyers who wants something very specific. So I'm going to buy first. And I have a little bit of flexibility because I will have, I won't be purchasing right to my very max. I'm going to have a little bit of leeway. But if you're a person who can live in any type of house and there's lots available, you're not as picky and you're buying right to your max, then I would suggest you might want to think about selling first.